Hi, I'd like to give you a heads up on what you're going to see today. On the far left, a little bit off the screen, is a Dynon D10 EFIS. That tells us our pitch information. Next to that is a Samsung S4 Android telephone, and I'm using that to just display traffic information. It gets the information from the stratux units that's behind the seats. It Wi-Fi's over to the S4 tablet and displays the information. The next thing over you'll see is a tablet, and it's another Samsung 10.5-inch tablet that's mounted vertically. So I didn't shoot vertical video. Don't give me grief on the vertical stuff. It just happens to be this is the way it's mounted on my panel, and this is the way it got captured. So what this is going to show is in flight you'll see how the traffic changes. The different traffic around me, you'll see some of it is above me, some of it is below me, and I have a 1,000-foot filter in, so it should only show me airplanes plus or minus 1,000 feet. But anyway, watch the top for speeds and headings, and watch the bottom for when I change to bringing up a flight plan or making a airport a destination. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we're switched to the Avare screen. I don't shoot vertical video. This is the actual capture from the Android device. You'll see a little jerkiness. It's like the capture program, Mobizen, seems like it records once a second the screen. So Avare is not jerky like this. It does not. It's very smooth when Avare is running. So ignore that part of this video. And you can see ahead of me there's a couple of red towers, and they're red because those towers are 1,544 feet up and we're only 929 feet up. We're going 158 knots, and vertical speed looks like it's going down a little bit right now. Behind us you can see there's a plane that's 803 feet above us, so it displays a plus 826. And over by Clearwater Executive, down to the left a little bit, there's a plane that's 598 feet below us. They're probably taking off for landing from Executive. That green button at the bottom of the screen, if you press that, it brings your airplane either into the center or the very lower part, depending on how you have Avare configured. Avare does a really good job showing you the different altitudes you can fly. We're under the Tampa Class B airspace right now, and you can see in the right-hand side a little bit, roughly center, that we can go up to 3,000 feet without getting into Tampa's airspace. And that's what we're trying to do right now, is stay out of Tampa's airspace. So I'll just let you watch this a little bit. You can see how Avare works when you're actually flying the plane. Okay, let's look at another view. I just zooming back. You do it like the pinch and pull zoom, typical of an Android device. And there's our airplane in the center, and we're heading south now. And I've got the map set for um, heading direction, not map up. If you like, you can set the map to be, north up all the time. I like the map rotating though, so I can see that the airport to the left is the one I'm going for, something like that. And you can see the 5 and the 10-mile circle. So I basically just zoomed out a whole bunch into Florida, so you can still see the airplanes that I've got from my ADS-B in showing up, getting populated. So zoom back in a little bit, move the map around so I like it, and realize we're still flying at 150 knots. Now I'm going to punch up a flight plan. So we're loading a flight plan. I'm going to punch up Key West there. You couldn't really see it too fast. That's Key West. And you want to hit the, get to the map. But now you see the line, the airplane's down there in the red airplane. The first waypoint is KPIE, where I'm usually based. So first it's going to take us to KPIE, then it's going to take us to Naples and into Key West. But that's how the flight plan system works. And I zoomed back so you can see the flight all the way to Key West. Shows us 30 miles away from St. Pete Clearwater right now, PIE. Um, Also, um, see the purple lines coming out from St. Pete Clearwater? That's the runway directions. And if you follow the purple line back toward us, you'll see runway 18. So if we head toward that 18, that'll bring us into the runway 18 at St. Pete Clearwater. So I've got you can turn those purple extension lines on or off if you want. I like them on because it helps me to set up my downwind base and final approaches. Oh, you can see the red circle around Tampa back there too. That's a TFR. Now I zoomed way in and you can see that there are two rings. There's a 2-mile ring and a 5-mile ring and a 10-mile ring. There's an airplane to our right, 2,600 feet above us. He's N851P. And there's an airplane above or straight ahead of us that's 374 feet below us. So we got to keep our eyes on him. He turns out he's a purplish looking helicopter, I believe it was. And there's a couple of towers over there that are above us. So we have to be careful for those towers. So you got quite a bit of information when you zoom in like this. We're still 1,374 feet going 141 knots. I'm getting interested in that airplane that's 400 feet above us. It's actually a helicopter. I haven't seen it yet. It's 2 miles out. It's really hard to see stuff that's below you and only 2 miles away. So I might start turning to the right a little bit and keep him in sight out my window. Turns out when we get there, maybe he's seen me. I kind of doubt it, but he descends quite a bit. So now he's starting to go down. So he's 472 feet below us as we're getting closer to him. I doubt very much if he sees me, but maybe he's got ADS-B in also. On the screen it looks like we're pretty close, but we never really got what I would consider close to each other from a visual standpoint. Now he's only almost 600 feet below us. And I've got him in sight now, so I'm going back on course. There's another airplane a little bit to the right in front of us that's 2,500 feet above us. There's another one that just popped up 2,000 feet above us. And you see their end numbers. So I'd say if you can see their end numbers, they're either in the system IFR or they have ADS-B. And by the way, I haven't told you yet, but I have ADS-B in and out. So I am interrogating the towers and getting information like weather. It's a beautiful day today though, so there's no weather on the screen. So there's an airplane about 3 miles out, 2,500 feet above us. I never did see this guy. I'm looking for him, but I can't find him. So I'm just scrolling the map around a little bit now, and I'm looking, is there any traffic at St. Pete Clearwater? Let's do a straight to St. Pete Clearwater. So that's what I clicked on to get there, and boom, it shows you a line straight to St. Pete Clearwater. Shows they're 13.5 nautical miles away. We'll be there in 7 minutes. There's a couple of ways that you can select a waypoint like I just did there. You can go to the next tab at the bottom and select KPIE, or you can just put your finger on any point on the map, airport or not, and it'll pop up with a little selection screen and say, hey, take me there. So you can go, the cool thing is you can go to any point you want on this screen. And again, you see St. Pete Clearwater, the purple lines run out, and you can see where runway 18 is, runway 4, runway 36, and runway 22. So it really helps a lot to get your base and your downwind legs planned out properly. You see, there's starting to get to be some traffic ahead of us. They're all above us. They're all blue dots, 5 of them. But I like to scan forward to the airport to see how busy the airport is right now, and there's not a lot of traffic at the airport. You can see the stadium TFR up in the upper left at Albert Whitted, downtown St. Petersburg. Now the stadium TFR just sits there all the time, whether there's a game or not. So it just gives you a clue that there could be a game going on there. Here comes a plane to our left, our Clearwater executive. He's 300 feet below us. Need to keep an eye on him. He's climbing. So I'm going to punch up PIE again and get a new course into PIE. Plane behind us, plane in front of us, but they're both above us. And still, the jerkiness that you see with the Avare, it's because of the recording. The video capture thing only records like once a second, it looks like. Avare is not jerky. So if I was to press that green button in the lower center, my airplane would get centered, whether in the center or in the lower part of the screen. Eventually I'll probably do that. I'm probably a little busy right now calling them on the radio. Inbound landing. I haven't figured out why some airplanes are purple and some airplanes are blue. They're both above us. Maybe the blue is substantially above us. I don't know. And the green airplanes are below us. That's odd too, but oh well. I guess green is they're not important. So now we're 5.6 miles out from St. Pete. He was telling me a right downwind for runway 18, but then later he just changed it to clear to land 18. So here, I'm going to zoom the map in a little bit. Now you can start to see there's an airplane probably on the ground there at St. Pete, 598 feet. There's one above us, 328 feet. We're cleared to land on runway 18 now. And when we land, you can watch Avare switch to a ground mode. So it's going to show the airport diagram when we land. Typically, if I remember when we're flying, I zoom in on that ground plate, but I didn't do that this time. So a small ground plate's going to pop up once we get below stall speed. And I believe we're zoomed in as far as you can zoom in right now, too. I'm going to land a little bit long so I can get to the right turnoff. We're actually over the runway now. But we're still 80 feet up. And so we've gone below stall speed, so it pops up the airport diagram, and you can see our airplane moving along 1.8. And when I get a second, I'll zoom in. And we've been told to turn off on Foxtrot. Oh, and I was a little off center because the center of the runway has these big 1-inch tall lights that bang my tail wheel like crazy. So I was actually to the right side of the runway. So it nailed where we were.
St. Pete ground, experiment on 3 Quebec Papa off 1-8 to the landings.
Number 3 Quebec Papa, St. Pete ground, taxi to landings via Foxtrot and Golf.
3 QP, landings via Foxtrot and Golf.
We're taxiing a little fast. We're going about 17
9 Alpha Whiskey.
miles
At
an
the
hour.
end of the runway, there's a C-130 doing a run-up before they depart. Would you like Alpha 2 intersection? There's 6,800.
If it was nighttime or in bad visibility conditions, this map is incredible, and the way it tracks your airplane on it is just amazing.
At Alpha 2, taxi via Alpha. Taxi via Alpha to Alpha 2 for departure off 1889 Alpha. St. Pete ground, good morning. It's Allegiant 1206. Information Papa. I'd like to get clearance to Asheville, please. Allegiant 1206, St. Pete clearance, cleared to Asheville Airport via the St. Pete 9 departure, then as filed. Maintain 1,600. Expect flight level 370. Departure frequency 125.3. Squawk 1126. To Asheville via the St. Pete 9, then as filed, climbing to 1,600 and on the initial flight level 370. Expect 25.3 on departure, squawk 1126, Allegiant 1206. Allegiant 1206, read back.
So when it gets into the hangar area, watch how accurately it's displaying where we are in relation to the hangars and the taxiways. Okay, well that's the hangar. Thanks for flying along.